Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back with our yoga healer and friend, Michelle Dellene, looking gorgeous as ever. What are you doing? Where are you?
Oh, I am here in Tarpon Springs for my wedding. The venue is actually behind me. We're getting married.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 11 a.m. on 11/11.
Congratulations. How is it going?
Exciting. How are you, Jill?
I am doing well, sweetheart. Please introduce yourself to our listeners, our viewers. And for those that may not know, she's getting married tomorrow. Now they know. Oh my God, you look gorgeous. You're glowing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am Michelle Dellene. I'm a yogic healer. So I blend Eastern and Western medicine, and I bring healing to all of my clients. And I do that by integrating yoga and optimizing nutrition and just combining all of my experience as an allopathic provider with these ancient modalities of healing from traditional Eastern culture. Just help you optimize into this queen goddess self that all of us remember ourselves to be, but can kind of struggle and deviate from that once in a while.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for being here, especially the day before your big day, to have the time for us to still make a difference in other people's lives. That's the type of person you are. How's your daughter doing?
Oh my gosh, so good. And she's so excited to be a flower girl. She has her
dress
picked out.
Oh,
yeah, we've been practicing her braids and picking out the bows and the weather. I'll show you here, Jill.
Yeah. What is the weather?
Oh my gosh, so sunny, beautiful. There's a bit of a breeze and there's springs everywhere. We're really close to the ocean too, so you just have that like salty, crisp fall air. It's perfect.
Can I ask you the name of the venue where you're getting married? Do you mind sharing? You told me
no,
last
I don't
time.
mind.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I want to look it up.
Yeah, it's called the 1910 Inn.
That's
And
it.
so
Yep.
what is even more cool is like this year is celebrating its 111th anniversary, which is a very special number as well. And so it's kind of all aligning, like 11/11, the 111th year anniversary. Like,
wow.
It's pretty
Did
cool.
you plan it that way or it just happened that way?
No, totally serendipitous. Like we just like walked up to this place. My mom and I looked at each other. We're like, this feels right. We're like, okay, like let's do it. And we heard the story and it's like a very spiritual place. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's just cool when you like really like do this yogic work and all this like chakra healing. You like awaken that very intuitive Shakti energy that all of us women have. And you just go and explore and you just find like the most magical places. So that's how we ended up here.
Welcome. So what do you have in store for us? I can't believe you could even speak to us. I mean, I'd be such a ball of nerves right now. I'm nervous for you. You're calm. You're cool. You were so calm. And last week, you're like, I got it under control, which I love your attitude. And, you know, you're here to inspire others to be that way and teach them. So what did you have in mind for us today, Michelle?
Yeah, I just want to be like completely vulnerable with you and just share everything I'm going through because it may look like I'm calm and cool and collected, but I'm very like nervous and excited.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the body doesn't really know the difference between nervousness or excitement if you breathe deeply. So I've been doing that. I've been just really practicing what I preach. I woke up early. I did a vinyasa practice out on the porch and I watched the sunrise like over the ocean and I just breathed. And I sat there and I meditated. And this is in a house full of like 12 family members. This is all from Anthony's side of the family. And I was able to sit there in meditation and just go very deep with everyone kind of doing their own thing around me.
Yeah.
And it was just confirmation that these tools that I preach and I teach my clients, they do work if you practice them, right? So just keep doing that work and eventually like we'll all just appear very calm and cool and collected. But I don't want to be dishonest in that I'm kind of like shaking inside right now.
Wow. Well, you handle it beautifully. So excitement and nervousness, you said? Your body
Yeah,
feels it's
yeah, so anxious
anxious.
kind of
That's the
like
word. Okay.
yeah. And just when you can alchemize anxiety into excitement and joy and just really use that as a fuel to like pursue whatever passion that you're desiring with breath, right? And we call that pranayama. So like one thing I was reading yesterday, so cool, in this Kundalini book by Yogi Bhujan, he
Mm-hmm.
talks about the power to immunize your body to like
Mm-hmm.
anything. We're talking about COVID, E. coli, any type of virus infection, stress, any food that triggers you, your gut health, whether it's, I remember you were telling me about this disease that you have trouble kind of breaking down fructose, right?
Yes,
And
hereditary
so,
fructose intolerance. You're so smart. Thank you for remembering.
yes, you're welcome. And honestly, you can optimize your health through pranayama and breath. So I wanted to teach you a little trick. Do you want to learn some pranayama today?
Please, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. So the goal is to exhale for 30 seconds. Now, when someone tries to do that for the first time, it kind of feels like an elephant is sitting on their chest. So we won't go there,
Okay.
but we'll start with a goal of 8.
Okay. I could
And
do 8,
so,
I think.
yeah. So just find a comfy seat, allow your sits bones to really ground in, make sure your spine is super tall and straight because that's very important. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and back down your back and allow your eyes to close. And when you exhale, you're going to pull your navel into your spine. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suspend your breath. And now take a deep inhale to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Suspend your breath. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suspend. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And open up your eyes. Ooh, how do you feel?
Good. I did it. I was nervous,
Yes,
but
you did it. And
I
the cool
never
thing is
really
you can do
focus
it
on
anywhere.
breathing, but it calms you. Wow.
Yeah. So scientifically, it actually activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This is like the brakes on the brain and the sympathetic nervous system when we're like becoming diaphoretic or sweaty and our heart is palpitating or we're becoming tachycardic or tachypnic, meaning our heart is racing, we're breathing fast and shallow. The way that we can come back into that restorative, very restful, peaceful place is through our breath. And so in yoga, they say spirit is breath, and you're literally filling your body with good prana, which is energy or spirit.
Mm.
And that just allows you to settle. And your vagus nerve, it's the biggest nerve that actually exits through the foramen of your skull down deep into your belly. When you initiate that diaphragmatic yogi breath, you're expanding and you're putting pressure on that vagus nerve. And so that's the science behind pranayama.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Now, you
Yeah.
mentioned your fiance does this as well. He's the one who turned you on to this. How come he's not part of
Yes.
the podcast yet? Or will he be in the future? Or he won't?
Oh my gosh. So funny that you say that. I almost like invited him to do it today, but the way that it worked out, I'm here by myself, which I prefer to talk to you one-on-one and really work with anyone one-on-one, but we can totally invite him next time.
All
Yeah, we
right,
can do
good.
that.
Good.
Yes. And he is the one that pulled me to the dark side, so to speak. He is has been such an incredible light for me. We were just talking about this in Kundalini, how when we decide to invest in ourselves and dive deep into these very deep spiritual awakening practices, our aura expands. And I just learned it's actually 9 feet out from our body, which is
Wow.
very interesting. It's a lot more expansive than I
I'm
thought
trying to
it
think. Yeah.
was.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we actually become brighter and we act as a beacon. So, kind of like a lighthouse sitting on the shore, we're shining bright. And as we go through our life and imagine the day is nice and bright, it's kind of hard to see that light. But people that are in the shadows, that are in the darkness, that are dealing with, disease or pain or confusion, or, maybe they're overweight or they have a poor habit, like they're smoking too much or drinking too much, they're attracted to us naturally. They may not know why, but it's because
Mm-hmm.
this beacon or this lighthouse shines very bright in the dark. And you can't really appreciate the light without the darkness.
Got
So
it.
that's why I say he brought me to the dark side, because there are so many things I was completely unaware of until he invited me into this svadhyaya, or self-study practice of yoga. I'm just so
Wow.
grateful. He's
Aw.
amazing.
Well, thank you for sharing that and congratulations again. Wow, this
Oh,
is great
thanks.
stuff. Now, listeners out there were wondering how to work with you. Where do they contact you?
Oh, you can go to my website, michelledellene.com. That's MICHELLEDELLENE.com. And so exciting. I just expanded my website to include a store. So you can buy gift
Ah,
cards on there. Yes. And essential lavender MD body oil. So that's my favorite.
oh, nice. Fantastic. I got to check out the website then. Perfect. I haven't been on it
Yeah.
yet in this week. So, all right, good. We'll do that. And what else do you want to share with our listeners today? I mean, there's so much to you, to the work you do. Did you have another area that you want to focus on?
Yeah. So I love chakra healing. It's probably one of the most efficacious ways or modalities that we can heal. And by establishing these tools, we're able to expand our toolbox and bring it with us anywhere, just
Mm-hmm.
like me kind of today. So one of the big things I wanted to mention is it all starts at the root. Like allopathic medicine really focuses on symptoms and how to treat what you're presenting with. But a lot of the times, it fails to address the root problem. Like, why is this happening? For instance, chief complaint, you have a 26-year-old female who presents to the clinic with a headache. And so you go through the questionnaire. When did it start? What makes it better? What makes it worse? What's the quality? What time of day does it happen? How often? All these things, right? And long story short, you can offer these lifestyle modifications. But when someone pays good money and comes into an allopathic practice, oh, this is lovely. They are going to blow the lawn right now.
Oh,
That's okay. I can move.
you're mobile. Yes. Well, at
Yes.
least the lawn will look pretty for tomorrow.
Yes. But yeah, just being resilient, being flexible, and be able to change your circumstances and pivot is what I'm getting to, what I'm actually doing as well.
Yes, you are.
But they spend good money investing in their health and taking the time out of their busy schedule to go visit a PA or NP or doctor, MDDO. And they want something. They want to walk away with a prescription or, a referral or some feeling, some kind of concrete way of, okay, this is how I'm going to fix this. But yeah, then you pursue that. You take the pill. Maybe that helps with the migraine. But then what? You have to refill it. Or you go see another specialist and they say, oh, it's because of this. Well, you have to go back and see them. It's all about continuity of care, and you don't necessarily get to the root of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So with root chakra healing, we call it Muladhara. It's all about grounding, right? Being in nature. So 30 seconds a day, just in the grass, you can actually provide homeostasis and equilibrium to your nervous system. It allows you to ground. And sometimes someone's just so anxious, uptight, all in their head that that's causing their headache. And if they were to be in nature, at least 2 times per week for 30 seconds, just putting their feet in the grass in the morning, their symptoms would go away. So it's something so simple like that, and just starts with awareness. So
Well, the sound of your heels on the pavement there,
yes.
it's relaxing me. It's
Oh,
like
Yes.
I'm picturing that sun beaming on your face, how it would feel on my own. And it's putting me in a place of happiness as, I wish we all could be there. But
Oh,
we
yes.
can close our eyes. We could feel it, right?
Yes, just buy a plane ticket. Do that thing that you love and come and visit. I was listening to this podcast this morning about autoimmune disease and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. This is something that I've been diagnosed with for 16 years of my life. And they were talking about how all of their antibody levels returned to normal whenever they went on vacation or they went outside and just bathed in the sunshine or like went for a swim in the ocean. And so these are all ways that you can truly activate the power of your root chakra by grounding in the frequency of nature, right? So
Yeah.
it all kind of comes back to that. And it's true, our body is so much more resilient, and the tolerance level increases substantially when you're doing something you love and you're surrounding yourself with that fresh air, the sunshine, and vitamin D in so many ways. Do you know the joke about vitamin D, Jill?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you're never going to be able to like
Let this one go.
listen
Okay.
to vitamin D the same, but this is how it goes. Okay, so vitamin D is an essential vitamin that our body needs in order to metabolize calcium, in order to build really strong bones. The kidney is responsible for this kind of turnover through erythropoietin and all of these fancy scientific things, right? So that's like the scientific vitamin D side, and everyone knows you can get that through like milk products and cheese. And the thing is, you can't necessarily incorporate vitamin D into your body in a healthy, optimized way without sunshine. So 15 minutes a day of completely unprotected exposure, so no sunscreen, of sunshine, preferably outside of the area or the time frame of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., can help the body assimilate the vitamin D that you take in through your diet. But that's only one side of vitamin D. The vitamin D that is like extremely important for women
Is it D3? I don't, there's so many
D3.
forms of D. I get
Yeah.
confused. I know. I'm asking. I don't know.
You're so right. That's the active form of vitamin 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Or vitamin D is vitamin D3. But the vitamin D that I'm talking about is the kind of D that gives you an orgasm. And that is like essential. Yeah, you can't live without that. So
I didn't
just
know
make sure
that.
you're getting both vitamin Ds.
Oh my God. I had no idea. That is something I will remember. Interesting. Wow.
It's so funny because I was like, when I'm kind of like in a mood or whatever, and women, I was talking to you last time how we cycle through our moods like every 2.5 days. I call it cat mode because I'm just like, have you ever put a cat that doesn't want to be pet? And they're just kind of like looking at you, like, watch out, you're going to get scratched or bit or something. Mm-hmm. And Anthony is like, are you in cat mode? I go, yeah. He's like, oh, you're vitamin D deficient. You're like, you're right, honey, I am. Oh yeah, that makes everything better. Thank you, Anthony.
Sure does. Thank you for helping our girl out here. Oh my goodness. That is great. Cat mode, vitamin D, orgasm. Now I have a whole new perspective in my head. This is great. So good. Yes. So we can get our vitamin D in so many different ways. Interesting. See?
Yes, but you have to make sure you can't just like get your vitamin D. You have to like climax too. You have to orgasm.
Got it.
And like, yeah, the more aware you become through these practices of yoga literally means to yoke, to bring unity to. And you do that through awareness and breath and healthy communication and really developing this toolbox and applying them. So you can do the work and you can have all these tools, but if you don't necessarily bring them into action and execute your plan, then, well, that's a lot of work without any type of benefit. So just being mindful and aware really allows you to expand into this infinite being that we all are, and to truly like embrace your embodiment of your destiny. And for me, that's becoming a bride tomorrow.
Yay! That's exciting. Wow.
Yes.
Great. Oh my goodness. And then, so is it a day wedding, night wedding? What time is everything happening?
Yes, it is in the morning at 11 a.m. And
Ah,
actually,
wait, hold on.
yes,
Does it start at 11:11, or are we planning on the I do's happen at 11:11? How is this timed out? Look at you, so precise.
you got it. The vows will be recited at 11:11, and I just walked over to the spot. So this is where I'm going to be walking down the stairs. Oh, and you can just see this beautiful spring behind me.
Goosebumps. Beautiful.
It's
So that's your
gorgeous.
actual aisle. You're going to be walking down those beautiful steps.
Yes, yes. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
oh my.
And the
How many
water
people,
is
by the way? How many guests do you have? Is it small, intimate? Is it
yes,
large?
very intimate. It's going to be probably around 33,
Okay.
I want to say. Yeah, and I love that number too.
And of course, everything worked out for you with the numbers.
Yes, yes. So cool,
Well,
Jill.
that's
Okay,
11 plus 11 plus 11, right?
oh, you got it. And that's the Trinity. You see how you did that with the threes?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. So that is okay. Have you ever heard that things happen in threes?
Yes. Oh, yes. It always usually refers to death. At least everything happens in threes. What does that even mean? I don't even know, Michelle.
Yeah. So it's all about perspective and triangulation, right? It is the cornerstone, it is the foundation to all philosophy, to nature, to ideology, to everything in existence, right? It is the cycle. It is there is no beginning, there's no ending, kind of like a circle, but if you pull the circle into three different points, you get a triangle. So it's all about positioning and sacred geometry. Oh my God, we can talk about it all day.
I don't think we have time. You can't be late for your wedding. So can you show me the spring again? You were saying something about the spring. So
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the first time I ever laid eyes on this spring, when I saw it, I fully clothed with wedges on and everything. I just dove straight in. Yeah, and it was after a hot yoga class, which
how
was
deep
right
is
down the
it?
street.
How deep
Oh,
is it? Or shallow?
this is it, Jill. I didn't know, but it's very deep. And you can kind of see it's very low right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like manatees that come by in here, dolphins, because it's connected. It's all fresh water. It's beautiful.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
but so I jumped in because I'm a wild child and I just like live like a wild spirit and I do exactly what I want. And so here I am swimming in the spring after hot yoga. It was fabulous. And then I look up, I'm like, oh, how am I gonna get out? Because like the water was low. And I mean, this is pretty high. And I'm only, 5'3". It's like, And I'm swimming with my shoes on. I'm like, this is a great workout.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever done that?
I'll jump. Yes, in the ocean, I've jumped in, and a pool, I should say. Yes, but I knew there was
Yeah.
a way out. Now you're up. Are you allowed to actually jump in the spring there, or are you not supposed to?
I really live by the mantra of asking for forgiveness instead of permission. So I don't know the answer to that question.
So how did you? How did you get out? Was there you
Yeah.
weren't able to climb, or somebody helped you?
Oh, yeah, I did it all by myself. I reached up well above my head and I took a deep breath. I started to feel really, really nervous and I just like breathed. And I was like, okay, you can do this. It's okay. And then, yeah, I just pulled myself up. And as I was pulling, I was like, have you ever pulled yourself up from completely overhead? It's
Okay,
hard.
I don't. I'd be sore. But I mean, life or death situation, maybe the adrenaline kicks in. But no, I can't. I can't even do a pull up. So yeah, you probably can for sure. But this place is so beautiful. I'm looking at the view of the 1910 Inn from the brick paved Tarpon Avenue. I'm looking online at the pictures. It's gorgeous. Wow.
Oh, thank you.
So you're staying there overnight, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
Tonight I have my room, everything checked in. And I'm in the bridal suite, which is this beautiful Tiffany blue room, and it has this balcony that wraps around the front, so I'll be able to watch the sunrise. It's going to be perfect.
Oh, now do we have separate rooms tonight, or is it together? How does that work?
Oh yeah, I have my own room. One of my best friends ever, Anna, she's going to be staying with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom and my mother-in-law and my daughter, they're going to be staying in bedroom 2 and 3 right next to mine. So if I need them, they'll be there, but also have my space, which is cool.
Beautiful. Wow. It is gorgeous. I'm looking at it now. That color is just so amazing. I didn't see how really that teal blue it was behind you
Yeah.
earlier, right? But and the matching mailbox too. That's my favorite color.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, check that out. Look how serendipitous that is.
That's my favorite color. I had no idea it was that color. I mean, my favorite. I don't even know what you call this color, but it's like an aqua,
It's it's like an aqua teal, I would say.
Yeah.
I just think of mermaids when I see it,
Yes.
honestly.
Oh, it is
Yes.
beautiful. My goodness. Well,
And that's the cool color of the healing chakra that I was just talking about this morning, like your thyroid. It is like the butterfly gland, but this chakra, it's a mini chakra in between your heart, which is called Anahata, and your throat chakra, which is called Vishuddha. But it's this mini teal chakra, like
Okay.
the color of your cup. And that represents transformation of metamorphosis and like beauty, really connecting your self-expression through your voice, your silence and your stillness, the ability to listen, and to your heart, the ability to love and connect with people. So
this is
how
beautiful.
incredible.
Wow. So you're pretty close. I have a friend in Tampa, and I went to Tampa for the first time this past March with my kids, and we went to like Monster Jam. So we went over to Clearwater, and wow, so you're really close. So you're in. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm searching. I'm stalking you from afar. Look, I have to wish you the best. Michelle Dellene here, yogic healer and so much more. We got to wish her the best on her wedding day tomorrow. You're going to be the most beautiful bride ever. Clearly the most fit. Will you give yourself a day? Are you allowed to eat bad tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
You're allowed to have
I've been
cake?
eating like M&Ms.
Okay. I didn't know how
Yeah.
steady we were on the regimen, but really, I want to wish you the best. And what do you want to leave for our listeners here today?
That everything that you need to heal is within you. And so I encourage you to pursue the path less traveled by, to listen to your gut and to trust yourself, because everything you need, you already have.
Beautifully said. Michelle, how can we reach out to you?
On my website, michelledellene.com.
Perfect. And it's Michelle with 2 L's, Dellene with 2 L's. And again, best of luck tomorrow. Cannot wait to see pictures. Are you going to be honeymooning or you're waiting a little bit?
Oh yeah, we're going to Tortuga Music Festival in Fort Lauderdale. We have VIP, and then we're headed out to California.
Great. So we'll talk in a few weeks, I guess?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Have a great day. Best of luck at the wedding, sweetheart. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye,
Thank you for being here. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.